Hello, Benny Carey. Um, Let me seize this opportunity to say that the people of France are not stupid, but the government of France, policymakers, they are the most stupid people to have believed that after all these years, that Africans would continue to clap and dance while they steal their uranium, their gold, their silver, their bronze, their coltan, their cobalt, you name it. That is the way I see this issue. It is a matter of foolishness. On the side of policymakers in France, the government of France, and Mr. Macron in particular, a young man of his person, even in the 21st century, especially in 2023, this young man feels proud. He feels okay to be exploiting and enslaving Africans. 14 African countries still being economically enslaved by France. 14 of them. If not that, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, even Guinea, have decided to become self-determined. Self-determination must not be a good thing for Western countries alone. Okay? The right to choose must not be a good thing for the West alone. No. Why should it be? It shouldn't. Africans are human beings too. And if you talk of aid, Africans don't take aid from America and from France and from the rest of Europe or UK. We give you guys aid because you are hyper exploiting our resources. So we give you aid. Without us, you will not survive. You will not get to where you are today. Okay? Without America, for instance, taking Africans, millions of Africans into slavery for almost 250 years. All that free labor. Imagine free labor. Imagine you working for 250 years. Let's say 242 years, as the case may be. And you were not paid. Let's say if you were alive, to have been paid, say, after that. Imagine salary back pay of 242 years. Just imagine. Not to talk of the work of millions of people who worked against their wishes in a very appalling, dangerous, and deadly conditions, and were not paid. That's how America became rich, especially Caucasians in America. Europeans in America, as I call them because that's who they are. Europeans in America, even though they later call themselves white, just like they misnamed us blacks, right? So, after that, after slavery, they paid reparation to the slave masters for losing slaves because slavery ended. They paid them because they were white people. They paid them. See? So not only did they make money from slavery, they paid them additionally when slavery ended. Right? So all this money put together, this money was not burnt, it wasn't destroyed, it wasn't dumped in the ocean. That's what Europeans in America stood on and became rich. By which time Africans had nothing. Even after slavery, they gave them nothing. Not to talk of 100 more years of Jim Crow, which was slavery in its own right. And so, France must be the most foolish, the most crazy, the most stupid set of government to have thought that even by this time that the children of Africa, some of whom are in France, they see what their wealth is creating, in France. They see it. They see how the money made from 14 African countries are being dumped in a French bank, okay? And how they use this same money to loan back to these African countries at a very high interest rate. These Africans see that, and because they are, say a number of them, are mixing up and doing okay, maybe happy and feeling fine and all of that, you think everyone is happy. You think everyone don't see the evil, the wickedness. All right? You think so. But my advice, just stop being foolish. Stop being stupid by getting your ass out of Niger Republic, out of Burkina Faso completely, out of Mali, out of Guinea, and all other, 10 other African countries that you've been enslaving economically and socio-politically. That's just the right thing to do. And stop deceiving yourself about democracy. Stop lying to yourself. You can lie to me, you can talk to me about democracy. America can talk to me about democracy, not to talk of France. You talk to me about democracy, and you're in Africa, in my hometown, stealing from my people, and you're telling me about democracy. You're causing conflict everywhere. So once there is conflict, you give arms to different groups and they fight, and then the group that you favor will be getting the resources for you, and you'll be happy with your hands high as a big tough criminal. As they always say, every day for the thief, one day for the owner of the house. And that's what has happened. And Africans must stand together and make sure France doesn't return to these countries. And also make sure that France is pushed out of all the African countries that it is enslaving. And ECOWAS must not be in the way. If not, those running it will be seen as the enemy of the people. Because even the war, the invasion they are working on, I don't know in whose interest, if not the French, if not America, if not the UK, if not Canada, if not the rest of Europe. I don't know. It's obvious that the people of Niger, they love the military intervention, or call it the military coup. Almost 80%. So if 80% of citizens of a country are in support of an action, who then is ECOWAS or even France or America or whoever agitating for? In whose name? In whose name? If not stupid ego. In whose name are you trying to fight? In whose name are you trying to destroy that region? In whose name? When we know what you did in Libya, and today the whole place is messed up. The fallout from Libya is what's causing some of the problem in West Africa and in other parts of the continent. So stop. Just stop being stupid and get yourself parking. Get yourself away from a place where you are not wanted. What kind of civilized society are you when you go to somebody's house, even by force, and you force yourself there, you impose yourself there, and at some point, the person became conscious enough to say, it's time for you to leave. And you're still trying to impose yourself and fight, trying to use people against themselves just to continue to stay? Are you trying to confirm that without Niger Republic, you cannot be able to generate electricity for yourself? Without all these African countries, you cannot be able to survive? As some have, have said, that without Africa, there is no France? Is that what you're trying to confirm? If so, let's watch you and see. But I'm trying to see that these countries will not let you back in their country, especially in the terms that you've been there. If at all they would talk back with you, it will be on a different terms. Okay, because of course Africans are open-minded people. We've taken all this rubbish from you guys for decades. But you're not tired. We are tired. We are tired and we are ready to rock the boat with all of you guys. Even though in a peaceful and non-violent way. Because we don't have the guns to fight you guys. That's what you guys do. You make guns, big guns, big guns, big guns, big airplanes and all of that. Trying to destroy the world for your own sake. It's high time your citizens know what is really going on. If not, blood will be on the hands of all of them. Whether it is in America, whether it is in France, whether it's in the UK, other parts of Europe. It doesn't matter whether it is Russia or China. Okay? Imperialism doesn't belong anywhere. People have the right to self-determination. People must decide how to conduct their own business, how to think, how to act, how to do their own things in their own way, according to their own culture and tradition. Life started in Africa. Nobody can dispute that. So you can't come back today and say, you're trying to teach me how to live, trying to teach me how to do stuff. No, you've been telling these lies forever, but the lies are coming back to catch up with you. So, stop the foolishness. Bear the carry.